Hi everyone, it's Lee Goldstein, the Trading Director at 10 Minute Trades. I want to welcome you to this week's Trade of the Week. And I've got to say, this week's trade was pretty incredible. So let me show you what took place in the trade room, and there's quite a few lessons we can talk about on this trade. Crude oil inventory is a weekly trade. Look at the way the index was moving prior to the news. The news comes out at 10:30. This is monstrous pre-trade volatility, 86.75 to 87.32. Now my charts were spread apart, but you're talking really in about 10 or 15 minutes a significant amount of price movement on crude futures. It was very unusual. It was unsettling. A couple of things happen. It makes you think the market's trying to scare me out of the trade, right? They're trying to make it so frightening that I don't want to trade this report. I always try to avoid not trading when that happens. I want to trade when the market's trying to scare me. Now, watch, I want to just keep showing you the pre trade volatility. This was an anomaly. This does not happen often. It just kept going up. It went up almost $1 before the report. It was only about 20 minutes. You know, years ago, if crude moved $1, it was a shock to the system. It's still going up. It's incredible. I was definitely telling people in the trade room I may not trade this report. It might be too risky because of the volatility. And then watch what happens. It keeps going up, keeps going up. It just wouldn't stop. It's over $1. And then it keeps going up. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, there's no way I could trade this report. It's not possible to have a successful trade, even with our software protecting us. And our software does a phenomenal job of protecting us. It kept going up. And then watch right before the trade, the market totally turns, makes a pretty significant pullback. It goes from 95 down to 55, 40 ticks in 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, oh man, I'm going to trade this no matter what. It's in my plan. I'm up 200 so far on the day. It could really make my day very sweet. And then let me show you the trade. So I just didn't let the market scare me. I knew our software had a big enough bracket. I also thought maybe I could hit the adjust button, which recenters the bracket if you need to do it at the last second. But you want to be careful about when you press that adjust button. You don't want to do it at the moment of the trade because then your orders might not be placed properly. So you have all these things you're thinking about when there's all this crazy volatility before a report. But I thought to myself, I'm not letting the market scare me out of this trade. Last week, the trade was a stop. It didn't work. The odds of a trade winning after a loser are very high on crude. Here's the trade, real time. It just, the price action stopped at the moment of the report because it looked like I got filled early. And then it burst up, gave me my 300 immediate dollars in a nanosecond, or actually, I think it took 2 seconds on that day, Wednesday. This is a weekly event, by the way. Watch it one more time. The brackets show up, the price stops, I get filled, and then it explodes after the news comes out. So there's no question I was filled before the news result moved the market. Either way, an instant profit, just a couple of seconds, a great oil trade. What a trade of the week. So, a couple of lessons. Of course, you can make a decision based on pre trade volatility. And if you feel a market is just too risky to trade safely, you can take the trade off. And there's no shame or embarrassment in doing that. And we talked about that, about doing that in the trade room. We said maybe it's just too darn volatile. But a lot of times, you just still make the trade because you know that the market tries to scare you out of the market. So, crude oil, I didn't let it scare me. I kept my wits. I knew I had a bracket that should be safe. I knew I had tools like the adjust button to help me if I needed it. And crude oil was a fantastic winning trade. That's our trade of the week this week. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Lee Goldstein. I'll see you next week in the trade room. Take care, everyone.